Hi, my name is Stephanie Brockstein. I'm a senior at the University of North Texas. I'm also a senior buyer for Whole Foods Market Southwest. One of my job duties is to do the merchandise planning every month for our promotions for our stores. The following tutorial is going to be a visual approach to planning and merchandising in caps. A lot of people are right-brained, and really, visual material lands with them a lot better than written text. Most of our merchandise planning is done through Excel spreadsheets, and that alienates a lot of people. So I picked this topic to show a different way to order so that you can order with your historical sales, your forecasted movement, and your actual end caps in mind. Enjoy. The first thing that you want to do is take Excel and make a visual map of your end cap. In this case, I have a 90-inch high by 48-inch wide end cap. That means each one of my horizontal squares represents 8 inches. Each one of my vertical squares represents 3 inches. I've also noted this in the top left corner of my screen under the key, along with the total size dimensions for my end cap. Now, we're ready to select the product we're going to put on the end cap. Now, we're going to make an end cap for the June A promotion for Quantum Buzzaway 8 ounce. I'm going to pretend that I work for the Plano store, and the average monthly movement for the Plano store is 4 units a month. This is information we provide to the stores on your monthly promotional plan. I need to determine what the minimum amount I can order to fill the space is, and also what the maximum order I need to fill the space. So the first thing we're going to do is take away any space we won't be using. So I know that some of this room is going to be taken up using a sign header, and in this case I'm going to say my sign header is going to be 12 inches. So I'm going to go up to Insert, I'm going to insert a shape, I'm just going to trace that out and block it off. And then the second thing I need to do is I'm going to go ahead and insert a shelf down here. I'm not going to use the bottom, say 9 inches on my floor because I need room for the floor buffers to be able to get in. So I'm going to insert a line. I'm going to go all the way across. And then I'm going to edit my line under Format Shape. So I right-clicked Format Shape. And I'm going to increase the point size on my line until it takes up approximately 1.5 inches, which is half a vertical cell. I'm going to hit Close. Now I'm ready to put some product on that shelf. So if I'm doing the Quantum Buzzaway 8 ounce, I need a picture of the product and I also need the product dimensions. Now if you're in the store, that should be pretty easy to get. You can go out and measure the product. You can have it on your desk. But for me, I'm not in a store, so I'm going to use Amazon. I'm going to type Quantum Buzz Spray. I know I'm looking for an 8 ounce size. Perfect. Quantum Health Buzzaway Spray 8 ounce. And then I'm going to go to my Start menu, Snipping Tool. And I'm going to snip very close to the product. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to paste it into my Excel file right down here. Now I need to know my product dimensions. Again, you can measure them, but if you were not near the product, you can also look on Amazon. Under product details, they typically include product dimensions. So it's 2.9 inches wide by 7 inches high. I'm going to add that in here. Under product info, 2.9 inches high by 7 inches wide. This is the Quantum Buzzaway 8 ounce spray. Now I need to figure out how many shelves I need on this end cap. So if this is 2.9 inches wide, that's just under 3 inches. And we know 7 inches is going to be just over 2 of these vertical cells. So I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down until it's just over the height of about 2 inches. I'm sorry, 2 cells high. Perfect. Now I'm going to hit Control C and I'm going to paste this a bunch of times. Now I can see that I fit 16 across my shelf. So now I need to see how many total shelves, and I'm going to reopen my snipping tool to help me out using the visual approach instead of measuring. I'm going to hit New. And this time I'm going to capture my entire shelf with the product. Ta-da! Now I'm going to minimize and I'm going to hit Control V to paste that. Now I can start positioning multiple shelves. You hit Control C, Control V alternatingly until you have filled up your entire end cap. Now I've been able to fit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I got a little bit of gapping here. So I think I can fit 2 shelves in here instead of 1. So what I'm going to do is I want to copy this shelf again, and in order to paste it twice, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of these singles just by hitting Control and selecting all of them. I'm going to go ahead and take them off my planner. Oops, I missed one. Okay, now let's see if we can fit 2 more shelves on here without getting into the floor cleaning space. Oop, that's a little tight. So I'm going to selectively click each one of these and hit my arrow key up to get them as close together as possible. I still have a little bit of buffer room because I made these blue shelves 1.5 inches instead of 1.25 inches, so I got a 1/4 inch buffer. And of course the yellow background space is representing the back of your slat wall. You do need a little bit of space between the product and the shelf, or else customers won't be able to get their hand in there to reach it. And you know what, at the end of the day, I just don't think I can fit that extra shelf. Easy peasy, I just delete it. That still leaves me with a total of 7 shelves. Now, we're going to figure out how many total units I have on here. So I've got 7 times 16. I'm not that great at mental math, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply that out. 16 times 7 is 112. So in order to fill out all the facings here, all the way across, I would need 112 units. Now you'd actually need a little bit more because these are 12-inch deep shelves. You're going to be profiling down the side, so if you want, you can pad that in. But just to get the facing, you're going to need 112. And then we want to basically say if we're going to pack out the top here, we need to go at least 3 deep. So we're going to go ahead and add in another 2 layers. So that's 16 times 2 extra layers per shelves times 3 shelves, 96 units. So we're going to go ahead and add in an extra 96 units here, and what we're going to come up with is 208 units. And so 208 units is the most I would possibly want to order on this shelf. Now one deal here that makes this a little tricky is my average monthly movement is only 4. So to jump from 4 to 208 is pretty significant, and that's where we see a lot of team leaders get scared about ordering big for end caps. So the thing is you can't sell big if you don't order big. So I have to look at categorical behavior, not just behavior on a particular brand. And I know that I sell on average 75 units a month of Skeeter Screen when it's not on promo, Skeeter Screen being a $12.99 retail. So at $9.99 I should be in pretty good shape. I'm pretty comfortable making a reach goal here of about 150 units. So that would be my reach goal. 150 is not really going to be enough to make an impactful display, so it's time for Plan B. Plan B means after I've considered what it would take to fill up the display, I decide really that's just not a reasonable quantity. 90 inches is a really tall end cap. If I don't want to switch end caps, then I need to do something else. So I'm going to take up some of this with some extra signage. And so I'm going to insert a shape. And I'm going to use half the end cap, so that's 3 squares or 24 inches. And I'm just going to block out this product area. No need to delete any of the product. And I know that I don't want my signage to extend below my bottom shelf, so I can stop it right here. And now I can take a quick look at a glance and I can see, all right, this is looking pretty good. This is my basic end cap plan. And so basically I've just cut the amount of product I'm ordering in half. So instead of 208 units, we can just back that in half and say, all right, 104 units. Okay, that's sounding good, 104 units. So my final order is going to be 104 units. So all in all, it took us less than 10 minutes to do this exercise. If you have 6 end caps, you're looking at roughly an hour to do this every market special, and that hour will save you hours of work the day you're building the end cap, so that you don't have to take time on the sales floor to measure shelves, make sure you have enough product, or adjust sales signage on the fly. So, as with many things in life, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and I highly recommend that you start to integrate these visual approaches to merchandising and planning into your next market special changeover. If you need additional support, please follow up with me at stephanie.brockstein@wholefoods.com.